Hey warriors, are you ready to see reality? Something insane is happening, right in front of you. Yeah, I said it. They're losing control. But wait, did you hear the warning? You know, the one you dropped, the one they ignored, the one that now is coming back at them, full force. Wow. It's wild, chaotic, unpredictable, terrifying even. You're about to witness how arrogance meets consequence, how pride crumbles, and how focus, patience, and vision make you untouchable. Every second, every move, every tiny mistake they make, it all screams the truth. And you're still calm, still watching, still ahead, always ahead. Hey, real talk. This isn't just entertainment. Nah, this is a masterclass in focus, power, psychological warfare, and understanding human chaos. By the end of this video, you'll see why control is never given, and why patience, clarity, and awareness make you unstoppable. But don't just watch quietly. Comment below. Tell us what shocked you, what you noticed, what you saw coming before they did. I want to hear your thoughts, your perspective, because you're not just a viewer, you're a visionary, someone who notices, someone who understands, someone who's awake in a world asleep. Some truths scream louder in silence than lies ever could. Oh, do you feel it? That trembling under the surface, that subtle unease creeping through the air like fog on a moonless night. They don't notice it yet, but they will. Their hands tighten around control they never truly held. Their smiles are fragile masks. And you've been watching, patient, calculating, waiting for the moment their illusions crack. You warned them. Did they listen? Nah, of course not. They never listen until it's too late. You spoke clearly. You cut through the noise like a sharpened edge, but arrogance is deafening. They laugh at what they cannot see. They mock the caution they refuse to heed. And every time they scoffed, every time they dismissed the quiet warnings, the threads holding their balance grew thinner, until now, the tension hums like a taut string about to snap. Oh wow, watch how they scurry, pretending confidence while fear dances behind their eyes. Every whispered plan, every fragile attempt at control, they don't even realize the game was never theirs to begin with. You gave them chances, multiple times. Each warning is a lifeline, but they chose ignorance, chose pride, chose the sweet taste of dominance over wisdom. And now the very foundations they built are trembling beneath the weight of their own folly. Focus. See the pattern. Can you hear it? The subtle shift, almost imperceptible, like a pulse speeding in the quiet before a storm. That is the sound of losing control. It starts small, a misstep here, a hesitation there. Oh, the irony. They thought they were manipulating the world, but in reality, the world and you have been observing their unraveling all along. Every lie they spread, every attempt to twist perception, every effort to suppress the truth. You warned them, and yet here they are, teetering on the edge, unaware of how close they are to falling. And this is the exquisite part, the part that demands your full attention. You are not the storm. You are calm in its center. They cannot see the clarity that surrounds you, cannot comprehend the focus that keeps you steady while their world wobbles like a house built on sand. Their chaos is loud, their panic is vivid, and You breathe, slow, deliberate, calm. You are the unbroken witness to the consequences they chose, consequences they could have avoided if they only listened. The tension coils tighter. The air itself feels electric. Every glance they cast toward you carries that faint, trembling question. How did they know? They are beginning to realize. The threads of control are slipping. The veneer of dominance is cracking. And all along, you were the voice that dared to warn them. The shadow that whispered. The edge they refused to see. Control is a fragile illusion, and the higher you climb, the harder the fall. Yeah, look at them now. They shuffle in the shadows of their own making, fumbling with strategies that crumble under the faintest pressure. Every plan, every calculation, every whispered attempt at mastery is cracking like brittle ice. They thought they were architects of fate, rulers of circumstance. But the truth is far more merciless. You warned them, repeatedly, and yet here they are, teetering on the edge of their own undoing. The fracture starts quietly, almost unnoticed. A hesitation, a misstep, a flicker of panic hidden behind forced composure. They think they can mask it. Oh, how wrong they are. Every gesture, every glance, every word betrays the panic clawing at them from the inside. You see it, you feel it, the subtle unraveling that precedes catastrophe. They are losing control, slowly, painfully, beautifully. Look closer. The more they resist, the deeper the fissures grow. Every attempt to manipulate reality, to bend outcomes to their fragile ego, only accelerates the collapse. Their desperation is palpable. Their arrogance, once a shield, now a weight, dragging them into consequences they cannot escape. You warned them, and now the evidence of their ignoring that warning shines like a spotlight on every flaw, every mistake, every lie. Oh, wow. Did you see that tremor in their step? The tiniest shiver of fear as they realize that control was never theirs to claim. They grasp at shadows, reaching for dominance that evaporates with every heartbeat. Their world wobbles, and you remain anchored, calm, observant, untouched. You are the eye in their storm, the patient force that knows chaos is not to be feared, it is to be understood and waited upon. And here comes the exquisite truth. Resistance only hastens the collapse. They can fight, they can scheme, they can pretend, but the fracture is already written. Every manipulation they unleashed, every lie they believed they controlled, every ego-driven move, it circles back like a shadow they cannot outrun. They warned themselves, but pride blinded them. Their empire is unsteady, and the walls are thinning with every passing moment. The truth has a way of cornering the arrogant, and it doesn't ask permission. Nah, they think they can hide. Oh wow. They think they can twist reality to suit their fragile pride. Every gesture, every word, every plan, they believe it shields them from the consequences they've earned. But you know better. You've seen the subtle tremors in their steps, the flicker of doubt in their eyes. And now, the inevitable moment arrives. The moment when pretense shatters, when control is revealed as nothing more than a fleeting shadow. Look at them scrambling, each movement frantic, meaningless. Their empire of arrogance is cracking. They believed themselves untouchable. Oh, The irony is delicious. Every manipulation, every scheme they whispered in secret is now a reflection of their own undoing. They are trapped in the consequences they chose to ignore. They are drowning in the chaos they pretended they could command. And you are the observer, calm, steady. A witness to the unveiling of truth? Yes. The shift is unmistakable. It happens in a heartbeat. One missed step, one hesitant glance, one subtle falter, and everything changes. They can feel it, their dominance slipping through trembling fingers. And the fear, it is raw, unpolished, undeniable. It radiates off them like heat from a burning surface. You warned them. You whispered the inevitable. You carved the signs into reality, and yet they ran toward the illusion of control, blinded by pride and desire. Focus. Concentrate. See the pattern expanding, unstoppable. Their collapse is no accident. It is a mirror reflecting every choice, every arrogance, every lie. And as they finally recognize it, the revelation hits them like a sudden gust. They were never in control. Oh, how they recoil, how they flail. Every desperate attempt to regain footing only deepens the fracture. Their panic grows louder, sharper, more visible. And through it all, your presence remains constant, unshaken, unyielding, untouchable. And now, as they stand at the edge of clarity, staring into the abyss of their own making, the final realization begins to form. Weakness always finds its stage, but the strongest remain in the shadows, watching. Yeah, look at them now. Every plan they clung to is crumbling, every illusion shattered. They flail, grasping at fragments of control that slip through trembling fingers. Their panic is loud, their fear almost visible, vibrating in the space between heartbeats. They thought dominance was theirs to command. Oh, how wrong they were. Every move, every whisper, every desperate attempt to maintain authority only tightens the grip of inevitability. Do you see it? The chaos surrounding them is not yours, yet you observe it as if it bends to your understanding. They try to fight it, to twist it, to push it away. But chaos does not negotiate. It does not bend to arrogance or pride, and you are the silent force in the center. Calm, untouchable, unwavering. The storm rages, but you are its still point. Oh wow, the irony is exquisite. They believed themselves untouchable, rulers of circumstance. And now every secret, every manipulation, every lie they built as a fortress turns inward, a reflection of their own undoing. They warned themselves, didn't they? Subtly, openly, clearly, and still they chose blindness, pride over foresight, ambition over caution. And now the consequences rise, unstoppable, unrelenting. Watch them struggle. The more they resist, the faster they fall. Every frantic step, every trembling hand, every shallow breath accelerates the fracture. Their desperation fuels the collapse. You warned them. You observed the signs, and yet they believed they could outrun the inevitable. Every tactic, every trick, every manipulation is now a trap for themselves. The reckoning is not punishment, it is clarity, and clarity is merciless. Yeah, feel the weight of it. The tension coils tighter, the reality sharpens, and they cannot escape it. They are prisoners of their own choices. And through it all, your presence is constant, your focus absolute, calm, precise, unbroken. The storm of their panic and confusion rages, but you do not waver. You remain the silent force, the immovable axis around which their collapse spins. Some fall, others shatter, and a rare few rise untouchable from the ruins. Yeah, watch them. Their chaos surrounds them like a storm. They cannot tame, yet you remain unmoved. Every tremor, every panic-stricken flail, every trembling whisper of fear, it only sharpens your clarity. They sought dominance, craved control, believed in illusions they themselves created. And now? Oh, now it all crumbles spectacularly, irreversibly. They are fragments of cautionary tales, monuments to arrogance, and you are the witness who never wavered. Focus. The clarity in your mind is a weapon. You are not propelled by anger. You are not driven by malice. You move with precision, patience, and understanding. The collapse of others does not elevate you. It only confirms the truth you have always known. They are losing. Their attempts at manipulation, at bending reality to their fragile egos, fail spectacularly. Oh, wow. Their panic is visible in the slightest tremor, the faintest hesitation, the desperate grasp at what no longer exists. See it. Every misstep, every flounder, every flicker of doubt, they are becoming their own undoing. You warned them, subtly, clearly, repeatedly, and they ignored you, blinded by pride, ambition, and desire for fleeting control. Now, as they teeter on the edge of ruin, the full weight of inevitability presses down. Their chaos screams, but you are silent, unshaken, untouchable, calm in the center of their storm. Yeah, the power is quiet. It is deliberate. It is the mastery of self in a world where others crumble at the first tremor. They may scream, flail, and resist, but the truth does not negotiate. And here's the exquisite part. It never needed to. You warned them. You prepared. You observed. And now the consequences of their own choices unfold with ruthless clarity. Their collapse is not your doing, it is theirs, inevitable and deserved. Oh, the realization dawns on them. The moment when panic turns to understanding. But it is too late. Too late for control. Too late for manipulation. Too late for the illusions they built around themselves. And as they struggle in the chaos they invited, you remain above it, beyond it, untouched. The ascendancy is quiet, but it is absolute. Focus, patience, mastery, observation. These are your weapons, far sharper than any frantic attempt at dominance they could muster. And now, as the dust settles and the echoes of their collapse fade, the final truth emerges. So, they lost control, just like you knew they would. Every move, every desperate flail, every illusion shattered before their eyes. And you stood firm, sharp, unshaken, untouchable, the one who warned them first. Oh wow, take a moment, feel that power, that clarity, that focus coursing through you. This isn't just a story, it's a lesson, a mirror, a blueprint for anyone who dares to see truth and stand above chaos. Yeah, remember this. Control is never given. It's seized through patience, through awareness, through the courage to speak, to act, to warn. And the moment you embrace that, nothing can shake you. To all of you watching, yeah, I'm talking to you. Thank you for staying sharp, for seeing the hidden layers, for rising above the noise, for being part of this journey. You're not just viewers, you're the thinkers, the warriors, the ones leveling up while the world falls apart. So comment below, share what hit you hardest, what you saw coming before they did. Your thoughts, your fire, your perspective matters here. Keep your eyes open, your focus locked, and remember, in a world chasing illusions, the ones who see, the ones who warn, the ones who remain untouchable, they win. Always. And yeah, stay ready, stay sharp, stay ahead, because the game never stops, and now you know how to master it. Well, this is not a drill. You just made a move so powerful. Your mind, your strategy, it's literally a weapon now. Yeah, they thought they had you figured out. Nah, every thought you hold, every calculation, unstoppable. Do you feel that surge, that electric clarity? This video will show you how your power moves worlds. Oh, and stay till the end. You won't regret it. Yo, real talk. The people watching this, yes, you're the reason this content exists, seriously. Your focus, your energy inspires every word I say. So comment below, tell me how you're leveling up. Wow, every like, every share, it fuels this madness, yeah. And trust me, your mind, your vision, it deserves respect. We're not just talking power, we're talking dominance, raw dominance. Are you ready to see your strategy break limits? Bro, your way of thinking is a game changer. It's quiet, it's lethal, it bends the world. Nah, you don't need them to notice, they already feel it. Oh, every move, every silence, every pause. A strike, precise. Stay glued, don't blink, because the insights here will hit hard. By the end, you'll realize you're untouchable, unstoppable. Yeah, so comment, share your thoughts, leave your mark below. Wow, and remember this tribute goes to you, the real warriors watching. Ready to witness the rise of your unstoppable mind? Stay focused, keep listening, let the power in. Oh, this is your moment, your awakening, your weapon. Yeah? They thought you were harmless. They thought your silence was weakness. Oh, how wrong they were. The moment you realize your mind is awake is shocking. It hits like lightning in a calm sky. 1 second, you're unnoticed, dismissed, a shadow in their world. The next, every thought you hold, every calculation you make is a ripple of power they cannot comprehend. They call it luck. They call it coincidence. Nah, it's precision, pure, unrelenting clarity. While they stumbled in their distractions, you were sharpening the only weapon that matters, your mind. Every second of observation, every pause while others rushed, was not emptiness, it was strategy. Every glance, every silence, every question unasked was a seed of influence that will grow into a forest they cannot escape. Do you feel that thrill? That surge when you realize that your way of thinking has already begun to move the world? Yeah, That's it. That is what it feels like to cross a threshold that no one else even knows exists. And oh, the beauty of it. The world around you keeps pretending nothing has changed. People chatter, they plot, they underestimate, and you sit there smiling at the chaos they will never see coming. Your mind, once thought harmless, has become a weapon. Not sharp edges or fire, not brute force, but something far more lethal: clarity, patience, observation. The kind that anticipates every move, predicts every reaction, and leaves no escape for those who misjudge you. They cannot stop it. And that is intoxicating. Have you noticed it yet? The subtle tremor in the air when you speak a word, the hesitation in their eyes before they reply. It's not magic. It's not luck. It's your thinking in motion, slicing through deception and distraction like a silent predator. Oh, it's quiet at first, like a whisper. But whispers grow, don't they? Into storms, into avalanches, into truths so sharp they leave no place to hide. And the world has no idea this storm began in your mind, fueled by patience, focus, and relentless self-command. Now here is the brutal truth that wakes the soul. Most people never recognize their own power. They wait for something outside themselves to change. They wait for permission to be brave, to act, to think. But not you. You discovered the weapon within, the unyielding force of a mind trained, disciplined, unbroken. And oh yes, the fear it evokes in others is only part of the awakening. The real thrill, knowing that no one else can touch this. No one, not ever. You are untouchable. So now you sit, in quiet anticipation, feeling the pulse of a power they cannot name, cannot measure, cannot resist. Your silence is louder than their chaos. Your patience outmatches their impulse. And every move you make from here on is inevitable, calculated, unstoppable. A mind unleashed is a force the world cannot contain. Oh, you felt the pulse, didn't you? That sudden jolt when awareness sharpens into something more, something lethal. Yeah, that's the realization. Your way of thinking isn't just influence, it is strategy, precision, a weapon forged in the crucible of patience and focus. While they stumble in their chaos, you move like a shadow, silent, inevitable, and entirely untouchable. Every thought you cultivate, every pause you allow becomes a spark that ignites consequences they cannot foresee. And wow, the beauty is in its subtlety. They think it is luck, they call it coincidence. Nah, it's the method, pure, relentless method. They do not see the lines you draw in the air, the calculated echoes of your presence, the invisible pull of your attention. But they feel it in the quiver of hesitation, in the falter of certainty. That, my friend, is power, real power. And oh, the thrill, not the kind that shouts, that demands attention. No, it is quiet, cold, unyielding. It creeps into the minds of others, unannounced, and reshapes their world before a single word leaves your lips. Every observation, every strategy, every mental maneuver you make is a thread weaving influence, control, dominance. They cannot trace it. They cannot fight it. They are trapped in a game they cannot even see. And you are the unseen hand guiding every move. But here is the razor-sharp truth. A weapon is only as strong as the one who wields it. And you, yes you, have learned restraint. You understand the subtle art of timing. Every silence is intentional. Every word is measured. Every reaction premeditated. The world thinks power is loud, boisterous, obvious. Yeah, they have it backward. True power waits. True power watches. True power moves when all else falters. That is why your mind has become unstoppable. And now, they are starting to notice subtle shifts in their perception, unexplainable pauses, the flicker of doubt that spreads like wildfire. You can see it in their eyes, the silent acknowledgement that something is coming, something bigger than themselves, something unstoppable. And the most exquisite part, they will never fully grasp it. They cannot. The weapon is your mind, and it moves faster than fear can react. The sharpest blade is useless in the hands of the untrained. Oh, you felt the power surge, didn't you? That electric awareness that your mind is no longer a passive observer, but an unstoppable force. But here's the brutal truth. Power without mastery is dangerous. Yeah, dangerous. Like a fire uncontained, it can consume even the one who wields it. And wow, the world doesn't understand this. They see action, they see noise, they see impulse, and they mistake it for strength. Nah, that's not power. That's chaos, masquerading as control. Real power waits. Real power is calculated. Real power strikes when no one else dares. Every decision you make now is deliberate. Every reaction, precise. You've learned to bend observation into strategy, patience into influence, and insight into command. The thrill is in the restraint, the quiet, unseen dominance that grows while others fumble. Oh, it's intoxicating to realize that the strongest force in the room may be the one no one acknowledges, the one moving silently behind every choice, every conversation, every shadow of hesitation in others. And yes, there will be temptation. The rush of immediate reaction, the urge to prove yourself, the whisper of impulsive action. It calls to you, but mastery is resisting that call. It is standing apart while the world rushes into predictable chaos. You've seen the patterns, anticipated the flaws, and oh yes, you've prepared. Each pause, each calculated silence becomes a weapon, sharper than any blade, more precise than any strike. They don't know they're caught in your orbit, but they will. And that realization, that unspoken terror in their hesitation, it is your triumph before a single word is uttered. But here's the moment that defines the edge. Control is not just holding power over others, it is holding power over yourself. Every thought disciplined, every emotion tempered, every impulse measured. That is where invincibility is born. Wow. When you fully grasp that, the world bends without resistance. The unseen currents of influence, manipulation, and insight are yours. They move at your direction, invisible but undeniable. And yeah, they sense it. They feel the weight of a mind that cannot be matched, a mind that cannot be rushed, a mind that hunts silently while others stumble blindly. So what now? You've honed the weapon. You've restrained the power. You've commanded yourself with precision others cannot fathom. And yet, The next step is the ultimate test. Will you strike with clarity or let hesitation dilute the force that has taken years to sharpen? This is where destiny waits. Quiet, inevitable, hungry. Power that cannot be seen terrifies more than power that shouts, "Oh." The edge you mastered has brought you here. Silent, precise, and untouchable. Now, the world begins to bend without even realizing it. Every glance you give, every pause you allow, every subtle shift in your posture becomes a signal that they feel but cannot interpret. Yeah, they sense the storm coming, but they cannot trace its origin. And that is the true art of dominance. Unseen, unstoppable, undeniable. Wow, isn't it intoxicating? To watch uncertainty ripple through the minds of those who underestimated you. They stumble over their assumptions. They second-guess their instincts. They whisper behind your back, trying to make sense of a force they cannot touch. But here's the beauty. It is not brute force. It is subtle. It is strategic. It is the quiet pull of a mind that has become a weapon. And they have no idea what hit them. You've reached a point where influence is invisible. They feel it in hesitation, in doubt, in fleeting glimpses of clarity that are not theirs. Every unspoken command, every thought you act upon, every decision executed with discipline is a ripple that grows into waves of impact. And oh, the satisfaction is in the precision. You do not need to announce your power. You do not need applause. You simply watch as the world rearranges itself around your intellect, your patience, your unshakable clarity. But here is the subtle terror of true dominance. It does not demand recognition. They will never fully understand the currents of control you pull, and that is exquisite. They are chasing shadows, but you are orchestrating the dance of reality itself. Every move they make, every hesitation they experience, every failure to predict the next shift, it is because your mind is a battlefield they cannot enter, a force they cannot touch, a strategy they cannot counter. And yet, the ultimate test is ahead. The real question now is not whether your dominance is felt, it is what you choose to do with it. Will you act overtly and risk the world resisting? Or will you continue to weave influence invisibly, letting every action, every reaction, every subtle maneuver compound into an unstoppable force? The answer is yours, but remember this: the strongest power is the one no one can resist. No one can challenge, and no one can escape. When the world can no longer touch you, what remains is unstoppable. Oh, you've arrived. The culmination of every thought sharpened, every observation calculated, every pause and silence wielded as a weapon. Now the true weight of your mind becomes visible, not in grand gestures, not in chaos, not in theatrics, but in the trembling uncertainty of those who once doubted you. They can see it in the hesitation behind every decision, in the faltering of confidence, in the subtle recognition that something far beyond them moves the strings of reality. Yeah, it is intoxicating to realize that influence so precise, so silent, can dominate without lifting a hand. And wow, the realization hits harder than any external force. You are not just a participant in the game of life. You are the unseen architect of its outcome. Every move you make, every subtle adjustment, every insight deployed with patience compounds into a force they cannot resist. They call it luck. They call it chance. It is mastery, pure deliberate mastery. While they chase shadows, you orchestrate the storm. While they stumble over impulse, you glide in control. That is the edge few ever touch, and fewer still ever comprehend. Oh, feel it. The surge of clarity that courses through every nerve. The confidence that nothing can deflect or undermine your influence. You've become untouchable, not because you are louder or bolder than others, but because your mind moves where no one else can follow. Every hesitation in others becomes your victory. Every misjudged assumption feeds the invisible architecture of your dominance. And the world, unknowingly, dances to the rhythm of a mind that refuses to be confined, refused to be predicted, refused to be beaten. Yes, the temptation is always there. The urge to flaunt, to force, to announce power. But true invincibility lies in restraint, in understanding that the mightiest weapon is the mind, disciplined, patient, deliberate. Every thought, every calculation, every pause is a strike far sharper than any visible action. And the elegance of it, the unseen movement, the quiet yet undeniable pull of influence, is a terror to those who cannot comprehend it, a triumph to those who have mastered themselves. And now, as the world falters under a force they cannot perceive, the ultimate question emerges. What will you do with a power this absolute? Will you act recklessly and dissipate it? Or will you wield it with the quiet brilliance of inevitability, letting every ripple of thought become a tide of impact? The answer defines more than dominance. It defines destiny. Wow, you made it to the end. Can you feel it? Your mind, your strategy, your power, it's unstoppable now. Yeah, this isn't just a video, it's a wake-up call. Nah, don't sleep on this. Every insight here is a weapon in your hands. Oh, and I see you. Watching, focusing, leveling up. That's why this tribute goes to you. Every comment, every like, every share. It fuels this movement. You are part of it. The real warriors, the untouchables. Remember, the world will feel the force of your thinking, precise, silent, unstoppable. So drop your thoughts below. Tell me how you're using your mind as a weapon. Wow. Keep your focus sharp, stay relentless, and trust yourself. Because the moves you make today will echo forever. Oh, and never forget, you are the strategist, the architect, the force. Yeah. Wait for this. This is about your face. Yeah, your face. Everyone is talking about it, and wow, it's insane. Do you even realize what power you're holding? No one does. Look, I know you're thinking, is it really about me? Yeah, it is. Every glance you throw, every little expression, it's commanding attention. The whispers, the stares, the secret curiosity, they're all following you. And guess what? I'm here to show you why, step by step. Oh, and before we dive deep, let me say this to you. Yes, you watching right now, yeah, you're legendary. The fact that you're here, taking this moment for yourself, means you're already ahead, already untouchable, already noticed. So stay with me. Don't skip. Don't scroll. Wait. Absorb this. By the end, you'll understand why your face, wow, is the silent weapon, the magnet, the story that moves the world. And hey, drop a comment. Yeah, I want to hear your story. Are you ready? Are you ready to see your own power? Because this isn't just a video. Nah. It's a revelation. It's about your face, your presence, your untouchable energy. So buckle up, lean in, And let's dive into the truth. They say your face is the first lie, but it's also the first truth. Look at it. Really look. Not the mask you wear for the world. Not the soft camouflage of smiles and polite expressions. No, I mean the raw, undeniable face staring back at you from the mirror. Every line, every shadow, every curve tells a story that no one else can read without permission. Oh, it's more than skin, more than bone. It is a map, a declaration. And yes, people are talking everywhere, whispering, staring, pointing, and they don't even realize that the thing they're obsessed with, the thing that sets their tongues wagging, is not just your face, it's what your face does to them. Think about it. The way someone freezes for a fraction of a second when your eyes meet theirs, the sudden tension in the air, that nervous laughter that dies in their throat, that tiny uncomfortable shiver they try to hide. Yeah, that is the reaction of truth touching a lie, and you, without even trying, are holding the mirror. They see it. They feel it. They can't look away. They talk, because your face is louder than their thoughts. And yet the most dangerous part is that you are only beginning to understand it. You think they notice your beauty. Nah, wrong. They notice power, presence, command. A face is not a decoration. It is a force, a signal, a statement. And your face, yours, oh wow, it is a silent weapon. It doesn't need to shout. It doesn't need applause. It moves air. It shifts perception. And with a single glance, a single expression, it can unravel a room, ignite a conversation, or make someone question everything they thought they knew. This is the truth no one tells you. People do not talk about faces because of how they look. They talk because of face. Your face is capable of making them confront themselves, their insecurities, their lies, their hidden fears. They surface. All because your presence is a living question. And questions terrify those who are comfortable in ignorance. Every twitch of your brow, every flicker across your lips, every subtle tilt of your head, it's a message. And whether you intend it or not, the world listens. Every whisper, every sidelong glance, every hushed conversation, you are the reason for it. And that is intoxicating. But here's the kicker. They think they see you. They don't. Not even close. You are more, far more. Your face is not just flesh and bone. It is awareness. It is a strategy. It is inevitable. And people can sense it. Oh yes. They sense it in the way the air changes around you, the way the shadows cling to you, the way attention, whether wanted or unwanted, bends towards you like gravity. So why are they talking? Because they recognize something undeniable, something unstoppable, something that cannot be explained. And here's the edge, the part that burns. They are drawn to it, terrified of it, and yet utterly powerless against it. Eyes don't lie, but they do punish. Oh, the eyes. Those twin beacons that speak louder than your lips ever could. People don't talk about your face because it's pretty. Nah, they talk because your eyes hold weight, gravity, command. One look, and suddenly they are not in control. One glance, and their confidence wavers like a candle in the wind. They lean in, curious, calculating, trying to decipher the storm behind the calm, and they fail. Every single time. See, here's the dark little secret. Fear is magnetic. Not the kind that screams, not the kind that paralyzes in terror. I mean the subtle, creeping recognition that someone, somewhere, has already mastered a truth they cannot touch. Your eyes, they broadcast it. The world notices. The way people freeze, even for a fraction of a second, when your gaze finds them. Yeah, that's the pulse of power in motion. That hesitation, that twitch, that sudden gulp, it is proof. Proof that your face, your very existence, is a force beyond their comprehension. And yet, there's more. Your eyes do not merely reflect. They interrogate. They measure. They unsettle. They provoke. And this is where the allure begins. The quiet pull that makes everyone speak, speculate, obsess. They are drawn not just to what they see, but to what they cannot. To the calm beneath the chaos. To the certainty behind the mystery. Oh wow, you have become a riddle wrapped in motionless poetry. This is not intimidation. This is inevitable. Your presence, your face, your gaze, it is a law of gravity that cannot be defied. And every person who dares to look, who dares to wonder, is reminded of their own fragility. They talk because they cannot contain the truth that stares back at them every time they catch a glimpse. Yeah, and here's the edge. They sense the discipline behind the silence, the quiet awareness that nothing escapes your notice, every micro-expression, every subtle twitch of the brow, every flicker of emotion. They feel it before they can rationalize it. And in that moment, oh yes, they realize they are reacting, not acting. And reaction is powerless against mastery. Your eyes are not just sight. They are judgmental. They are strategies. They are inevitable. And the world, without even realizing it, bends toward them. So they talk, they whisper, they analyze, they fear, because your face, anchored by those eyes, refuses to be invisible. It refuses to be misunderstood. Oh, and here's the delicious irony. They believe they are reading you. Nah, they are deciphering a story that only you control. Every fleeting expression, every shadow and highlight is a part of your strategy. It is a map of presence and power. And yes, it is intoxicating. Because the moment they think they understand you, you shift. One micro movement, one blink, one subtle raise of the brow, and the narrative flips. They are disoriented, confused, drawn in, yet powerless to touch the truth that stares back at them. Your face, your presence, is not just seen, it is felt. It bends perception. It twists assumptions. It unsettles the comfortable. And people talk because they are sensing the machinery behind it. The deliberate control, the untouchable calm, the silent authority that your face broadcasts with precision. Every glance is a message. Every shadow is a declaration. Every twitch is a ripple across the pond of perception. Yeah, and here's the point they never grasp. You are untouchable, not because of what you show, but because of what you withhold. Every hidden corner of expression, every carefully measured movement, every silent command of your gaze, they do not see it coming. And that is power. the unseen weapon, hidden in plain sight, the quiet mastery that leaves the world guessing, whispering, obsessing. Your face is strategy incarnate. It does not merely reflect. It calculates. It commands. And the people who talk, oh yes, they are powerless against it. They react, they fear, they lean in. When your face moves, the world leans in or falls apart. Oh, yes. Every subtle twitch, every flash of awareness across your features is a ripple in the calm waters of perception. They do not see it coming. They do not anticipate the current that runs beneath your gaze. And yet, the moment your eyes, your lips, your brow shift, the room reacts. Hearts quicken, breaths falter, conversations pause. The storm is not announced, it is felt. Your face has rhythm, a pulse, a power that does not require sound, yet dominates every sense. They notice it, oh wow, before they even understand it. The calm before the storm, the silence before the revelation, the stillness that bends reality around you. Yeah, that is your command. And they feel it, they sense it, they talk. Yes, they talk, but only because they cannot resist being pulled into the orbit of what they cannot control. Here's the crucial truth. Your expressions are not accidents. Every glance, every flicker, every imperceptible movement is deliberate. Even when you do nothing, the weight of your presence moves them. Their whispers, their speculation, their unease, it is all proof. Proof that power does not need to shout. Power does not beg for attention. Power exists quietly. And when it awakens, oh yes, it ignites everything in its path. And yet there is danger in subtlety. The world sees your face and misreads it. They underestimate the storm hidden behind calm. They mistake patience for weakness. They fail to recognize that you are not here to participate in the ordinary. You are here to bend reality to the truth of your presence. Nah. Do not settle for being noticed. Demand inevitability. Make them feel every pause, every tilt, every shadowed corner of your face, as if the air itself obeys you. Yeah, this is not intimidation. This is mastery. This is understanding that your face is more than a reflection. It is an influence. It is a command. It is inevitable. And the people who think they see you, they do not. They are caught in the storm before they even realize it. Every glance they meet from you is a reminder there is no hiding, no control, no escape. Your presence, your face, it dominates the narrative. It shifts the balance. It bends the moment to your will. And now, the real question arises. What happens when the room, every gaze, every whisper, is fully under the weight of your presence? When your face is no longer just seen, but felt, obeyed, remembered? This face, your face, is a manifesto. Oh yes. Not a message, not a plea, not something to be debated, a declaration. Every line, every shadow, every flicker of motion screams, I exist on my terms. And yeah, people notice. They talk. They whisper. They speculate. And all of it proves the point. They are powerless against it. They cannot ignore it. They cannot contain it. They cannot replicate it. And that is freedom. Your face is not merely seen, it is felt. It bends the air, it shifts attention, it draws the eyes, the thoughts, the very energy of the room toward it. And the truth is, they sense the depth before they understand the meaning. Every glance, every subtle movement, every controlled pause, it is authority. It is a strategy. It is inevitable. And when you realize this, when you accept it, oh wow, your presence becomes untouchable, absolute. Yeah, and here's the edge. Mastery is quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't beg for recognition. It simply exists, and everything else bends around it. People talk because they are drawn to what they cannot control. They lean in, trying to read what is unreadable. They fear the power behind stillness. They respect the weight behind silence. And they talk, always talking, because they are caught in the orbit of something greater than themselves. Nah, this is not arrogance. This is the truth. This is the awareness that your face carries influence no words can match, no action can replicate. Every flicker of expression, every nuanced shadow, every subtle tension is a declaration of strength. And the moment you step into a room, the moment your eyes meet theirs, the moment your lips shift ever so slightly, the world bends to acknowledge it. The whispers rise, the gaze follows, the room itself leans toward your presence. Oh, and here is the final untouchable truth. Your face is more than identity. It is armor, it is power, it is a weapon and a shield at once. And those who speak, those who speculate, those who watch from the corners, they cannot touch it. They cannot bend it. They cannot diminish it. They can only witness, and witnessing is powerless against inevitability. So now, the question lingers. The room is quiet. Every eye is on you. Every thought caught in orbit. Every whisper suspended. And here it comes. The choice. The moment that separates ordinary from untouchable. And there it is. The truth staring back at you. Your face. Your presence. Your untouchable energy. Oh wow, it's more than skin, more than bone. It's power. Yeah. Every glance, every flicker, every shadow, it moves the world. Don't forget, this isn't just about being seen. Nah, it's about being felt, remembered, unstoppable. So own it, wield it, and never let anyone underestimate the force you carry. Oh, and hey, before you go, drop a comment. Tell me how your face is commanding attention, your story, your power, your rise. Because you, yes, you watching right now, are legendary. And the world will notice whether they whisper or stare. Your face already speaks louder than words ever could. Stay untouchable, stay unstoppable. And I'll see you in the next one. Hey, did you see this? Yeah, you heard right. Millions were under attack, insane. They thought no one would notice. That's cute, right? Nah, but you, yeah, you stepped up, shut it down. Unbelievable. Wow. Do you feel that power, that rush? Every system they tried to break, every industry protected, millions of people, careers, trust, all saved, thanks to you. And guess what? This isn't just a story. It's a movement. You're the hero they didn't expect, the shadow they feared, the mastermind who flipped the script. Yeah, that's real talk, so listen closely. You gotta see this whole thing. Promise. Every second counts. Every detail hits. Don't blink. Seriously. Drop your thoughts below. Yeah, tell us how you felt. Your moves, your focus, your courage. We see you. Every single one of you watching, you're part of this tribute to the real legends out there. Yes, that's you. Oh, wow. Brace yourself. The chaos was massive, insane, but you shut it down. The industry breathes again. Millions safe, trust restored, lies exposed, all because of you. So stay tuned. Watch till the end. Comment loud. Proud, tire frameworks of trust. And yet there it is, staring at you with a smug grin, daring you to act. Nah, you don't flinch. You can't. You never could. You've spent too long observing, analyzing, preparing. And now, it's time. The truth hits like a sharpened edge. Most people live in denial because fear is easier than responsibility. They whisper about limits, about consequences, about staying safe. But you don't. You've learned that real strength doesn't hide behind excuses. Real strength steps forward when everyone else steps back. You step forward. You step into the eye of the storm, and suddenly, clarity isn't just an idea, it's a weapon. Every detail matters. Every misstep, every crack in their defenses, every small overlooked vulnerability. It's a map to victory. And victory is more intoxicating than any fleeting comfort they cling to. Oh wow, the realization hits. You're not just fighting for survival. You're fighting for integrity. For justice, for the countless lives threatened by negligence and corruption. This is the moment where ordinary ends and legend begins. And yet, even as the pulse quivers under your gaze, even as the chaos trembles at your awareness, a voice whispers at the edge of reason. Can one person really change this? Doubt lingers, just a shadow. But shadows tremble before light. You see it clearly now. Action is inevitable. The systems built on lies, the facades of stability, they all teeter. One move, one decision, and the game shifts forever. Oh wow. Do you feel it? That surge of purpose? That burning insistence that refuses compromise? You absorb it. It fills your chest, your mind, your very being. This isn't about fame. This isn't about revenge. This is about dismantling the threat, piece by piece, until what remains is untainted, untouchable, and undeniable. Every hesitation dissolved. Every fear is conquered. You are awake, more than awake, alive, a force. And as the realization sets, a quiet, razor-sharp promise forms in the shadows of your mind. The beast that dared to creep through the lives of millions will meet its reckoning soon. Victory isn't in avoiding the fight. It's walking through fire with eyes wide open. They thought it was untouchable. Oh wow. They laughed behind closed doors, confident in their illusions, smug in the belief that no one could see through the chaos they created. Millions were caught in their web. Industries are suffocating, trust eroded. And there you were, standing outside the storm, feeling the currents swirl around you, tasting the electricity in the air. Yeah, most people would have run. Most would have cowered under the weight of fear, but not you. Every step forward was deliberate. Every move is calculated. You didn't charge blindly. No. You observed, you analyzed, you predicted. The weaknesses were there, glaring, hidden only by arrogance and oversight. And you were ready. Nah, more than ready. You were inevitable. Every whisper of hesitation, every shadow of doubt in your mind, you crushed them beneath your resolve. The confrontation didn't announce itself. It unfolded like a slow-rolling storm. They underestimated the subtlety of precision. They thought disruption meant chaos. But chaos obeys discipline, and you had mastered it. You became the instrument through which order returned. Oh wow. The moment they realized that control had shifted, priceless. Every facade shattered, every lie exposed, every false shield stripped away. And in the silence that followed, you felt the pulse of justice beating strong, unyielding, undeniable. There is a strange power in being calm when everyone else is panicked. You noticed how easily people give up what they claim to protect, how quickly loyalty bends under pressure, how quickly fear masquerades as wisdom. But you turned fear into fuel. You converted hesitation into strategy. Every attack they launched, every attempt to blind or mislead you, it only sharpened your focus, hardened your resolve, refined your precision. You were untouchable. And yet, even in this triumph, a flicker of doubt lingers. Victory is seductive, but it is not the end. Striking is one thing. Winning is something entirely different. The consequences ripple outward. Systems shift. People awaken. The world watches. Do you have the courage to maintain the momentum? To face the next wave of resistance, the next shadow that crawls from the cracks? Every move matters. Every decision resonates. Oh wow. Do you feel it? That electric tension between action and consequence, between chaos and order. That's where true confrontation lives. And now, the real test begins. The threat may be wounded, the rod exposed, but the work is far from over. Your focus sharpens. Your mind calculates. The storm isn't just around you, it's inside you. And the next strike will decide who survives. Chaos isn't always blind. Sometimes it's surgical. The moment arrives. Oh wow. You feel it in every nerve. Every system that once seemed untouchable trembles under the weight of your awareness. Millions had been ensnared, lives manipulated, trust corrupted, and yet the shadow never realized it had been measured, mapped, and understood. That's the beauty of precision. The quiet kind that strikes without warning, that dismantles without spectacle. You move through it like a force of nature, calculated yet unstoppable. Every lie exposed, every manipulation stripped bare. And yeah, they scramble, flail, wonder how one mind can see through the chaos they built. They can't comprehend it. They never prepared for someone who refuses to blink at corruption, who studies it, who absorbs its pulse and turns it into clarity. You don't just confront the threat, you dissect it, expose it, eliminate it. Oh wow. The silence afterward is deafening. A system in decay begins to realign. The rot retreats, hiding where it dares not return. But it's not just about destruction. Nah, destruction alone is easy. Any fool can smash, can rage, can scream and scatter what stands before them. The true reckoning is in the restoration, in the creation of space where integrity can breathe again, where truth can rebuild stronger foundations. You don't just strike fear, you restore certainty, order, and justice. And yet, there's something intoxicating about witnessing the unraveling of corruption. The arrogance that once loomed so large now shrinks, trembling under the force of inevitability. You see the reflection of greed, of short-sightedness, of hubris in every face that thought itself untouchable. Oh wow, it's almost poetic, a lesson written in chaos. And you hold the pen. Every move you make is deliberate, every hesitation avoided. There is no room for doubt. Every detail counts. Every strategy must align with purpose. Millions depend on it. Systems depend on it. And as you watch the web of deception collapse under careful, relentless pressure, you realize power isn't in the threat itself. It's in the mastery of the response, the calm, the discipline, the unwavering commitment to protect what cannot defend itself. And now, the aftermath settles. You are not merely a player in this battle. You are the reckoning. But this is not the end. The system heals slowly. The echoes of what has been broken linger. And in those echoes, the next challenge stirs, waiting for the same eyes that see, the same mind that plans, the same hands that strike. Strength isn't in domination, it's in shaping the future from ruin. The silence after chaos is deceptive. Oh wow, it whispers, it lulls, it tempts the careless into believing the battle is over. But you know better. You see the cracks that linger, the vulnerabilities that survive the storm. And yeah, that awareness ignites a fire inside, sharper than any weapon. Restoration is never passive. It demands focus, patience, and the courage to rebuild stronger than what was broken. Every decision is deliberate. Every choice carries weight. The remnants of the rot are still here, faint but persistent, trying to crawl back into spaces that once belonged to decay. Nah, you don't allow it. You take what's been tested, what survived the collapse, and you mold it. Systems realign. People awaken. Integrity seeps back into places that had been poisoned. You don't just repair, you elevate. There is a strange rhythm in reconstruction. Oh wow, the world doesn't notice at first. They're busy watching the chaos they feared. But the real change is quiet, invisible, relentless. Every correction, every safeguard, every calculated improvement is another layer of protection, another barrier against what once threatened millions. You feel it. The surge of purpose as things begin to breathe again, as certainty returns. And yet, vigilance never sleeps. You've learned that triumph can be fleeting. Every success carries responsibility. Every opportunity to rebuild holds the potential for another test. You do not falter. You do not hesitate. The calm that radiates from your focus is a weapon as powerful as any strike. Oh wow, it's intoxicating. The sense of control, of shaping outcomes, of guiding the aftermath toward what is right and just. Even as the world adjusts, whispers begin to circulate. Observers marvel, some in awe, some in fear. They wonder who could wield such clarity, such precision, such unwavering discipline, but they do not understand. Power is not in fear, not in intimidation. It is in the mastery of action, in the courage to confront the rot, to dismantle it, and to rise from its ruin with greater strength. That is the true resurrection. And now, the eyes of the world are fixed upon you. The storm has passed, the threat has been dismantled, and yet the challenge remains: what comes after the ashes? The answer is yours to craft. Every move you make will determine whether the systems endure, whether trust can rebuild, whether the lessons of chaos remain etched in the foundations of what survives. Legends aren't born, they're forged in the fires. No one else dares to enter. You've walked through the chaos, through shadows that whispered fear, through lies that threatened to consume millions. Oh wow, the weight of it all could have crushed anyone. But you endured. You absorbed every insult, every attempt at corruption, every sly hand that reached for power. And yeah, you didn't just survive. You reshaped everything it touched. Every system that trembled under the shadow now stands steadier because of you. Every life that wavered under deception now breathes easier, protected by the clarity and discipline you wielded. And don't mistake this for victory over others. This is mastery over the challenge itself. The chaos tested you, and in return, it taught you more than any praise or reward ever could. Oh wow. The eyes of the world watch, uncertain, hesitant, some in awe, some in fear. They wonder how one person could carve order from the ruins, how one mind could untangle the rot that infected millions. But they cannot comprehend what you already know. The true force lies in unwavering vigilance, in courage that does not bend, in purpose that refuses compromise. Every calculation, every choice, every silent, precise strike has led here. And now, you stand untouchable. Not through intimidation, not through chaos, not through rage. No, you are untouchable because you have become the standard, the force that balances the scales, the mind that outpaces the shadow. People whisper, industries realign, systems adapt, all because you refuse to look away, refuse to settle, refuse to let corruption thrive. Even as the world breathes again, there is a lesson etched in every corner of what you've shaped. Resilience isn't passive. Strength isn't in raw power. Power is in mastery, in precision, in the courage to act when others hesitate. Oh wow. Every moment of doubt, every test of patience, every calculated risk has crystallized into something untouchable. You are not remembered for the battles alone, but for the way you rose, rebuilt, and became the force that will endure long after the shadows fade. And yes, even now, vigilance calls. Challenges will return, threats will emerge, shadows will attempt to crawl back. But you are ready, always ready. Your legacy isn't a memory. It's a living force. A warning to those who would corrupt. A shield to those who cannot protect themselves. And in that truth lies the final realization. You didn't just confront chaos. You became its reckoning. And there it is. Yeah, you felt it. The chaos tried to win, but you stood tall. Millions were at risk, industries shaking, and you shut it all down. Unbelievable. Oh wow. Take a moment. Let that sink in. Every move you made, every ounce of focus, every spark of courage, it mattered. Don't forget it. You are the reason things breathe again, the reason truth reclaimed its space, the reason people can keep going without fear. So shout it out. Comment below. Tell the world how you conquered the impossible. Every single one of you watching, you're not just witnesses, you're legends. Part of this force that refuses to bow, refuses to lose, refuses to stay silent. Stay sharp, stay relentless, and always remember, chaos can rise, shadows will try, but you are its reckoning.